Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Here we go again. I just figured I'd give you everyone an update where we're at. The city I'm in is Medina, Minnesota. Just figured I'd show you. We just got done with 9 inches of snow in the blizzard the other day. The roads got a little bit better. Main roads were really good and everything. I had a client call me and want me to come fix a snowblower quick, so yeah. Well, Chicago, I think you're in line to get what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're supposed to get, actually, this was only supposed to be a little bit, and we've already gotten a couple inches. I do have 4-wheel drive. I just don't I don't have it engaged yet. There's a Hamel Fire Department off to the right. So now we're in the city of Hamel. Yeah, Hotshot, I definitely am going to be safe. That little white house is a little library, one of the original buildings that were here. But I figured I'd take you guys out with me on the road again, kind of show you a little bit of the weather conditions and how everything is again here in Minneapolis area. So we're in the western suburbs. This is not quite to Wright County. We're in Hennepin County. Just to show everyone kind of what the road conditions are like in case you want to get out here, in case you're from here. All right, well, it's 70 and sunny here right now. Where is it sunny and 41? I did pass one Jeep on the way out here in the ditch. Good and bad news, I had one of my clients just canceled on me. So that just kind of freed up my schedule and lost a couple dollars here for the next month and a half of work. But you know, as a contractor, if you're not busy, you're doing something wrong. When I traveled, I talked to a few different contractors all over, and they kind of the consensus is the same thing all over the country. There's tons of work and not a lot of contractors. So if you find one and they're good, 19, hey Gray dude, I'm gonna make you a mod. Poor dirt farmer. Hey, I caught your video of the ice in Florida. Did you make it through okay with all that that ice you had down there? Oh, and by the way, here's another video I'm working on getting up, but the original video is that COVID testing site. That's it off to the right there. They did move it, but this is the Park Nicollet where I never was on their property, and they trespassed me when I never went on the property, and they're denying me any medical care from that Park Nicollet because I was on the sidewalk I was on county property the entire time. So that's kind of interesting. So you can kind of see where that was. Oh God, it's 22 here, 22 degrees out here. Try and add some mods in here. I want to thank everyone. I'm almost up to 20 2,500 subs, so I really appreciate everyone that has liked, shared, subscribed, and everything. Appreciate all you guys. This is Highway 55 we're on right now. You can see it's still, it's got some ice on it from the blizzard we just had. Hey, Poor Dirt Farmer, thanks for sharing my video. I just posted one accidentally. I didn't realize I had that one scheduled, so I took it down, but I'll have another one coming up. If you watch it, I'm just going to apologize right now for the chips I was eating. There, you hear some of the crunching from the bag in that last video. So now we're in Plymouth, Highway 55. Thanks for tuning in. Better late than never. Yeah, I do want to come up to Hibbing. If you could, better late than never, shoot me an email so I can get your contact information. It's minnesota.news.now@gmail.com. And it's in my about page, my email. So shoot me an email. I do plan on getting back up into that area. I got to get back up into Duluth area, see what's going on. I'm waiting for some body cams and dash cams to be released to update on that. And one thing, I don't quit, so if you guys don't see updates on videos, it's not because I quit, it's because I'm waiting on information to come out. So if you guys ever have anything, and one thing I'm gonna just tell people right now, it's very dangerous right now. I've been doing some research, and if anyone has any information to send to me, I greatly appreciate it. I know I only got 7, 8 people in here watching, but one thing that I can truly say it'll help me, one thing that I'm working on is it's always officer safety I always hear. Let's head down here by the lake. So if you guys, sorry, I know I'm kind of all over. This is where the dash cam video is from that sergeant when I went down to the workhouse. Along this route, quick, so you can see the PD was right behind us at that light, just to block up the road there for Plymouth PD. But what I'm working on is, it's always officer safety. Always got to shine the lights at us for officer safety. They always got to do all this officer safety crap, and I get it. But what about filmer safety? One thing I'm trying to compile is how many police officers have been injured, shot, stabbed from photojournalists or journalists in general. And I'm trying to work on the stats of that versus how many police officers have attacked or been injured from police. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, when you're out filming, you're putting your life in danger, your safety in danger from law enforcement. So all these auditors are putting themselves more in danger from law enforcement than they are the police in danger from the officers. So like when we do cop watches, when we do audits, I have never seen an auditor injure a police officer. I've never seen a photojournalist ever. And we can see it during the protests and the riots, and how many times photojournalists, independent, mainstream, it doesn't matter, were attacked by law enforcement. It wasn't just in Minneapolis, it was nationwide. This is a problem that our law enforcement has. And I'm going to say right now, I think the city of Minneapolis, as it stands right now, is a lost cause. There is no change. There's no reform. The officers there, the majority of them are pretty much, they don't care. They're going to do what they want. This is one of the reasons it's too dangerous for us as officers and journalists and cop watchers to go out in the city of Minneapolis alone, or even with a couple of us. If we're doing it, we need to do it with several, just for backup, and several vehicles for auditors. Well, you know, I think there's a very good way to do it. I think there's ways to do a good audit, good interactions, and I think there's bad audits, and I think there's bad interactions. I think it goes both ways between law enforcement and auditors. There's the lake in front of us. That's Parker's Lake in Plymouth, Minnesota. Let me turn the camera. Get you guys. So I don't have to stare at my mount so much. Yeah, poor dirt farmer. I completely agree with you. You put back when you do these things. I know my hope is to let good law enforcement know us that we're doing this, because we have put the target on our back, and I think it's harder. It's harder for them to test out than it is for to take out good cops, and they can reach out to us anonymously. They can feed us information about the agency. I think there's a lot of good that can come out from doing these, and I think it's crucial for us to be holding government accountable. And law enforcement's the face of our government. That's why we concentrate on law enforcement. There you can see we got some people out on the ice skating. Yeah, we're actually coming up to the workhouse here. And again, that workhouse video is one of my second or third videos I've ever done. 72 in Texas. Texas is kind of big. Whereabouts? Is that South Texas? All right, let me get you guys here. We already got a portable fish house out there on the lake. I don't know if you can see that. So we got a portable fish house, some people out there fishing out on Parker's Lake. So my guess is we probably got about 4 to 6 inches of ice out there if they're going to be out there. Save the humans. I don't know why you're not a mod. Change that. So we're coming up to the workhouse here. Right back there is where I parked when they found my truck and ran all my information. So there's the female workhouse right there behind that huge snowbank. That's where I encountered the officer. Right to the right here is the 911 communication. That's where the big antenna is. There you can kind of see my mount's blocking it. I used to live in Robbinsdale, Crystal, and Brooklyn Park. I'm very familiar with that area. Let's get you to be a mod too. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm getting ready to put a video together with Robbinsdale Police. They've got some major issues. Crystal has a new deputy chief. I talked to him and had a great conversation with him after I did that one video. He told me that, I should never have a problem in his city at all, in the city of Crystal. And if I do have any problems videoing with any of the officers out there or anyone, to let him know right away that we should never have a problem out in the city of Crystal filming. He's very welcoming to it and wants us out there. And it's really refreshing to get officers, especially command staff, to welcome us. That's a good thing. That means they want transparency. They want to be there for the community. And understanding they have a job to do too. I'm not saying I'm 100% pro law enforcement. That's not it. You have to understand that you need to be careful with law enforcement. You need to be careful when you're talking to them. Their job is to be incriminating you, taking you to jail. Now, they have a lot of room for discretion for that reason. Robbinsdale, on the other hand, I'll tell you right now, they refuse to talk about the incidents with that one officer. Their excuse is he's new. And my theory is, well, that's the time to correct the behavior, grow, learn, and change. So, we're heading south right now towards the city of Wayzata. Hey, DDS. Yeah, the earlier video I took down because the wording on the screen kind of got messed up, so I took that down, and I think I have that scheduled for tomorrow to be up, because I was going live today. I'm trying not to put too many videos all out in one day. I didn't realize I had that one out for public, so. We're gonna head out this way to Wayzata. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Poor dirt farmer, I'm surprised you have a heater, man. Yeah, the 3-2 beer. Yes, Minnesota. Depending on how long it's been since you've been here, our gas stations still sell 3-2 beer, and but we just recently, I think in the last year now, maybe it's been 2. We can actually buy alcohol from 10 to 6 p.m. on Sundays. We don't have to go across the state border in any direction to go get real alcohol on a Sunday. So we can do that on Sundays here. So right now it's 12:57 p.m. and we still got time to get real alcohol if you're drinking. But interesting, our king, dictator, governor, pretty much has all our stuff down. Although he said we can eat outside in a tent, you just can't eat inside in a restaurant. So that's apparently makes a difference. So I'm gonna straighten you guys out, and we are gonna head up onto the interstate. Yeah, Park Dirt Farmer, I'm pretty sure. You know, just have a couple candles burning and you'll be in the 80s inside your house pretty quick. So yeah, the roads aren't too slippery at all. Here's the interstate. So this is 394 heading towards Minneapolis. It's, you know, 22 degrees outside, so all the salt we dump on the road works really super well. So there's really not a whole lot of issues getting the roads cleared up. Slide you guys over a little bit more here. All right. Sorry about the mount. I'm going to work on that. You know, Ramsey County, the sheriff does live on patrol Friday nights. He tries to be community oriented. He doesn't take his camera out of the car when they're doing traffic stops, so it's kind of like cops, but it's not. So we've had issues with some of his deputies. I've got to call in to talk to him. Hey, Otto the Watchdog, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm working on doing a ride along. That's one thing that the three of us up here, myself, Rowdy, and Capital, are working on, is doing ride alongs with a camera. We're trying to figure out how to do it like kind of like cops and that style, and because they won't let us film when we're doing a ride along. But it would be fun and interesting to be able to do like cops or live PD, like a combo. See some plow trucks coming on the road on the interstate here off to the left. Interesting, in Minnesota, if you see blue lights are non-emergency color in the state of Minnesota. So they're just like the ambers for everyone else. So you'll see our plow trucks and a lot of our DOT trucks have blue. I think that we should be federalizing our light color standards across the board so no one's confused. I always think about it if it's my family, my sister. I don't have a sister, but you know, if I had a sister, my mom, my grandma, anyone that could get pulled over, and they wouldn't know what colors and where they're at. Where, yeah, if you go down south, you see blue lights, it's a cop. So how long I've been on here. Well, I don't want to go too long with you guys. I'm gonna probably head up to 169, head north, and then jump off. We're in the Hopkins area now, Minnesota, Hopkins, Minnetonka, Golden Valley, we're here. So you can see the interstates aren't too bad. The neighborhood roads are pretty rough, but This is Minnesota in the wintertime. We got 9 inches of snow down here on the last blizzard. On my last video, the total was 9 inches, 60 mile an hour winds that were recorded. And right now, I think we have 2-3 inches of snow. I sure bet you don't, you know. Yeah, true, better late than never. That's I don't hear that too much in the cities, but you get up north and it's definitely one of those. But this is what makes it a challenge for us up here to do audits in the wintertime. So right now with COVID, a lot of the buildings are closed or restricted, so we can't even get into buildings to do audits. A little bit of ice. Kind of see it, hear it a little bit. So now we are heading 169 north. Yeah, I definitely want to get down to Florida, Port Dirt Farmer. I think it's interesting what they're doing to you down there. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think there's enough of us out there doing audits, digging in, holding people accountable. There's not enough. There's definitely not enough of us out there. And the thing is, too, is we need to make sure that we sway public opinion to be on our side too. So I think being diplomatic and doing good work, getting the support of the community on our side is number one, paramount to what we're doing with the movement. I think that's why it's very crucial for all of us to have our own styles and be in different areas and be willing to travel, take the ride if we have to. We have to affect change, but the only way to do that is having the support of the community behind us and showing and exposing the corruption and the bad, and then exonerating and showing the good too, because it's in every profession. Well, I feel sorry for you, Ben. If you were a cable tech up here, man, I don't. We have all the extremes up here. In the summertime, you got the brutal heat and humidity, and then in the wintertime, you have this. Yeah, happy holidays to everyone. I think today's the first day of Kwanzaa. So I try to show everything. A lot of my clients are trying to tell me I need to get a plow on my truck. I don't. It's debatable every winter, but so is heading down south to Florida. Has anyone been down? Do we know of any auditors or any independent people that have been down in Tennessee? I've been super busy and been trying to cover that Nashville explosion incident, because what they're putting out on mainstream, just, you know, like everything else they put out, I don't really believe half the stuff they put out there. Hey, Rock City, thanks for jumping on here. Appreciate you. So speed limit 169 north. We're in Golden Valley. We're doing about 40, 38, 35, and normally this is a 60 mile an hour road. We're coming up to New Hope. North-South Minneapolis. North-South Minneapolis is a whole different ball game working out there. Hopefully you got out of there before it went too crazy. All right, cool. Rock City Otter, I'm gonna make you a mod. If you can post the link in the description or in here, that would be awesome. And if anyone in here needs mods or anything, don't hesitate to post. Let me know if you need to be a mod. You're on your way to California, stopped by Clare, Minnesota. Okay. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. I really do. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys being here. Oh, freedom to film. I didn't know you were in here. I had you as a mod too. Man, it messed up what happened with all that too in that arrest. I really wanted to get down there and film. We're New Hope. We're bordering Plymouth. We're right between Plymouth is off to the left, and New Hope is right to the right of us, heading north on 169. I think traffic has been pretty good. I don't want to jinx it, but I haven't seen any spin outs. Canton, Ohio. Hey, how's it going? That's awesome. Thank you, Rock City. Really appreciate that. So we're gonna head up to 94 up here and head back west. I'm gonna get back to my secret undisclosed mobile location and try to get some more videos edited and put out. Appreciate all 13 of you guys in here. I know it's Sunday, it's football. A lot of stuff going on. I don't know if anyone else is live, but I did want to give you guys an update. I went out to fix a client's snowblower, Upper Pennsylvania or Michigan. It does get, there's always a debate and everyone wants to talk about how their weather's worse. This is the way I look at it. Every place has unique weather. I don't know if it's better or worse. I've been all over the country. I've been to a couple different other countries, and I don't know how you would measure the weather. I mean, I know there's other areas that get a ton more snow than us here in Minnesota. I know other areas that get a way colder than us. I think it's very unique to where you're at and what you get used to. And Florida, for instance, down by where Port Dirt Farmer is Yeah, Rock City, it's 63 where he was. When I was in Asheville, North Carolina a couple weeks ago, I left there, it was 68 and sunny. I did not want to come back to Minnesota. It was a tough drive. So, you know, that was, but then I looked on the weather a week after I left down there, so last week it was 26. And that's the thing, if you guys live west of the lakes, you guys get the lake effect snow. And, you know, there's areas that'll get 2-3 feet of snow. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's warmer though, so the snow tends to melt pretty quick. Yeah, now we're bumped up to 23 degrees outside. I am not seeing any spinouts, so that tells me that either everyone that crashed, that can't drive, already crashed, and they don't have a car now to drive, or just everyone's figured out that you can't drive 90. Thin Blue Line Slayer, hey, thanks for tuning in. Make you a mod too. So it's 16 in northern Minnesota. That is kind of what we deal with all over this state. It's pretty unreal. I mean, what are we looking at? A almost 8-degree difference from northern Minnesota to south central Minnesota, I guess we'll call it, from the cities. Although we have the heat island here too. But the other thing is too, we climatize as people. So 16, as long as there's no wind, bad. The blizzard we had the other day was 60-mile-an-hour winds and, 10 degrees. It was pretty brutal. Not only did you have the little ice chunk crystals of snow flying at your face, but you also had the wind chill to deal with. So yeah, that makes everything feel fun. Yeah, the wind chill says it feels like 6 out. Exactly. If anyone's ever used little foot warmers and hand warmers, they are worth the money. I will just say that. I use them when I'm working outside in this, on jobs. I use them when I'm outside filming. Let's head west on 94. So we're technically in Maple Grove. You can see the on-ramps definitely have been salted, and we do got a lot of snow buildup on the interstate. Now it's interesting, this side of the interstate pretty bad. We've seen a lot of vehicles spun out in this stretch of roadway, and semi-trucks getting stuck. I've got a camera that I'm trying to test out, so not right now, but I'm going to be working on that a little bit later. Pretty excited for that. We're always improving our equipment. We're always, that's one thing, is people that want to start filming. I want to do a video on just different things to do. I've talked to Rowdy about it. I think just different ways, because there are a lot of people interested in getting into it. I know I wanted to do this for about probably 2 years. I started with James Friedman, watching his videos, and then I enjoy watching a lot of these videos just because you get to see what's out there. Yeah, well, if you can't stand the cold, don't live in the north. That is, or live up here in the summertime and go down south in the wintertime. You know, be a snowbird. Yeah, we're going to be heading out this summer, so definitely shoot me an email so I can get your contact information, Thin Blue Line Slayer. We're always looking for more people. The one thing I'm going to just probably put out a video on things to know if you're going to audit. Things to expect. And I'll be honest with you, it's if you've never done it before, it's always scary the first time you encounter law enforcement and they start being, tyrants with you. Because I don't think anyone's had a good first encounter with law enforcement. It's always bad. Either A, you don't know what you're doing because you're new at it, and B, they don't know what they're doing because they've never encountered it before. So it's always a good learning experience for both, and it's scary for both. I don't know why the cops with tons of weapons on them and extensive training is scary for them. Apparently cameras are very scary. Audit can go south quick. Yes, an audit can go south very quickly. And one thing I think is the best thing for any auditor to do is always err on the side of caution the first times you're going out. Hook up with other auditors. Watch to see if they're coming in your area and try to reach out to them the best you can. One thing, we're a target, so we're very careful and guarded, and there's a lot of trolls out there. So we just exited on 494 South, so we're heading back in. We're still Maple Grove. We're heading back south towards the Plymouth area. So going back into the auditing, it's very intimidating when you're dealing with someone that has a monopoly on force. It's very intimidating to deal with someone that has tons of weapons and can kill you and get away with it. And it's one thing I would say is be very careful until you get the 4,000 watch hours. Or you can go live on Streamlabs or a third-party app on your mobile device, and make sure you have that set up before you go out, and make sure you're doing that. Make sure you let people know. There's SOS features on your phones that you can set up too. And yeah, you have to be ready to go live. Freedom to Film, you're a prime example of that. You were arrested live so everyone could see it and share it, and we could get the calls out. That is our only protection, is our live stream. And without that, we don't have it. Now, when CNN got arrested up here by State Patrol in Minneapolis, they had their CEO call our governor. We don't have that. And so they, that's a very scary thing, that you can be sitting somewhere. We had, I forget the channel. I'm so sorry. But in Georgia, we had another auditor arrested at the same time Freedom of Film was arrested. And, he wasn't live streaming. And so there was a lot of information that was put out that wasn't true. It wasn't at DMV, it was at a state prison. And, Paulding County, Georgia. And I called and talked to their PIO. They called me. We had a great discussion, and I found out tons of things. And that's the other thing. Know your laws. Yeah, Rogue Nation. Thank you so much. Yes, Rogue Nation was arrested. So I'm working on that video. Down in Georgia, they have what's called a guard line. and it's some signs they put up. I would have no idea what that meant. And so when I get that video put out, we'll be able to see. But that's the thing. And sometimes when they tell you to leave, it's better just to leave and not stand your ground, because if you're wrong, those charges are going to stick. And is it worth fighting those charges and taking that arrest if you're wrong? Or is it worth, standing your ground and taking those charges if you're right? Like you, Freedom to Film, you are right. You did nothing wrong. You were in the clear. You had the right to stand your ground. And that's why it's crucial to let people know where you're at when you're doing this and you're filming, because if you don't, you're just going to be gone and no one's going to know. And making sure that SOS feature is set up on your phone too, to people that you can get out there so people know what's going on. Yeah, your video even proved you were leaving even though you didn't have to leave. And that's the thing, and that's where having other auditors. One thing I like is my Gear 360 camera. I don't like it because it takes massive amount of computing power to get the video up. It's it's really hard to edit. It's really hard to work with. But in certain situations like that, like when I got tackled, that 360 footage is priceless, because it was the same situation you had, Freedom to Film. They told me to leave, I was leaving. That's why you have to be right. Exactly why you have to be right. And I'm probably going to try to start doing some live panel chats. I like those. I think it's good to get a bunch of us together on a live panel and get it out there and get it together and kind of go over with other auditors and talk to them about, let's take Rockford here. Right, don't tell the cops, or just cut across the solid white lines. We'll just say we couldn't see them. And we all can get out there to help new auditors out and get different perspectives from different areas. I carry a copy of our Constitution, both federal and state. I got a copy from the ACLU for free. And that helps out a lot. And then doing FOIA requests and doing all of that information gathering is crucial too. I'm not a big one to file complaints. I don't want to file complaints. I think there's a time and place, just like lawsuits. I think everyone thinks we're out there to sue everybody. It takes a lot of time. Hold on, I'm gonna try and read this. Yeah, disorderly conduct for filming on the sidewalk. Yeah, that's absolutely insane for getting disorderly conduct for filming on a sidewalk. That's why it's crucial to have multiple camera angles. That's why if you watch a lot of Furry Potato, you watch Johnny 5-0, James Bow, a lot of the auditors have been doing this for a long time. They don't have just one camera with them. They have multiple. So now we're on Rockford Road heading back west. We're gonna go swing by the police department, and then I think that's where I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Oh, I did not know the ACLU has an app. That's pretty cool. And actually, some case laws, the one for using chalk on a sidewalk, and that's not destruction of public property, was fought by the ACLU in, I think it was Minneapolis, and that's where that court case came out of. So we have a lot of interesting civil rights cases that actually have come out of the Twin Cities area for civil rights violations. One thing if anyone's found a good civil rights attorney in your area, please leave the links, reach out, because that's one thing we all need is very, very good civil rights attorneys. Attorneys that are willing to take it on because that's what they want to do, and not because they're out there for the money too. Because there's a lot of people that don't, that do this, that are doing it for that's not out there for the money. I mean, it's like I tell everyone all the time, I hate to brag. Thin Blue Line Sarah, okay, you haven't started a channel yet. That's cool too. You know, it doesn't hurt just getting content out there. You know, that's the main thing, just getting content out there, because the key is getting your app to work and YouTube allowing you to film. Because you don't want to use the third-party apps. They kind of suck. YouTube works better. It adjusts everything for you. I wish I had it when I was filming the protest riots and arsoning happening here in the Twin Cities. I had to use Streamlabs, which was pretty awful. Well, there's either part of a car or tire. So here we go. Just seen the Plymouth officer. He waved at me. He's probably watching me live right now. So here is the city hall. So city hall right there, and then here's the police and fire department, public safety area. Here's the back parking area off to the right. The gates are open, but they're normally closed all the time. And if you guys have seen that video on their training, we are actually allowed to go back there. I'm just not going to drive back there because the gates are supposed to be closed, and I'm not going to challenge that because I don't feel like that's a good challenge. I wonder where that officer went. Let's see if I know I said I was going to end it. Yeah, it's hard to trust the public defenders and the judges and things like that. It's very, very hard. Especially a public defender. And I'll tell you right now, I know some attorneys, or known a couple attorneys. I'll tell you, every time I get into a situation, I always have one attorney that he's been retired now for a while, and he did it for fun for a while. Is the reason they tell you to take plea deals is because it's a guarantee. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. But I do understand why attorneys try to push plea deals, because it is a guarantee. You know what you're going to get. Now, is it worth it? It depends. And if you're out on probation, that's a problem too. Because then you have to sign over all your rights, and you don't have rights, and they can take your channel, and you can't, you know, you're free kind of. You're in jail, but not in jail. So we're back on 55. You guys got to see the PD over here in Plymouth. The officer waved at me. I don't know, he probably thought I was coming into work. Maybe he knows who I am. I'm hoping a lot of the Plymouth cops know who I am. I tried to make it very apparent to them I'm not their enemy. But who knows, I might go out and do some cop watching later today. Looks like it stopped snowing. So I appreciate everyone being in here. I'm at 13. I think I've maxed out at 16, so I appreciate everyone tuning in. 3 months. God, man, that's... Sci-Fi, are you here in Minnesota? Wisconsin. If you can email me, minnesota.news.now@gmail.com. Let's try and talk a little bit. I'm not too sure how far away that is from the Twin Cities area, but let's try to get together and see if there's something that I can try to cover and help you out. I honestly don't think we have anyone in Wisconsin that does audits. Hey, Freedom to Film. Gray Dude. Yeah, it did start. It sucks, man. How much snow are you supposed to get? Three months for disorderly, and that's for filming on the sidewalk. Definitely shoot me an email. Let's try and get some. I'll see what I can do with helping you get some public records and stuff. By all means, I am not an attorney. I can't give you legal advice. But I can try to help give you my thoughts and opinions on things, and the more minds we can wrap around different things, the better, it can help you. That's kind of how I work. From what I've found from this channel, if I've had so many people reach out to me for help, it's pretty crazy to see how many people out there, and I don't know if any other bigger channels have had this too, but people will reach out to us for help, and I had no idea there were so many people out there that needed help. It's just, it's crazy, and it's sad really that there aren't more people out there that can help. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna dip out here. 6 to 7 hours away. Well, yeah, big. Yep. I actually went out there to Kakuna and talked to their police department on that citywide restraining order that they did. I actually did that when I was on my way out to go visit someone down in Asheville, North Carolina, and I talked to the officers there, and they kind of filled me in on a little bit more information, which I thought was very interesting. because I think I wanted to get, I don't want to run stories if I don't have all the information. I don't like to jump to the conclusions, but we can definitely work remotely. Depending on my workload, my schedule, we can see what we can do. If maybe I can get out there 6 to 7 hours. He was live with an update. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been trying to, I wanted him to email me, and I want to try to get in touch with him too, because I've got the side from law enforcement. I actually did an interview with one of the officers out there. Because I mean, granted, I don't know the whole story, but kind of what I've heard and my understanding, and kind of came from Eric Brandt, was the majority of it was from filming the PD. One thing is they don't have dash cams, and they don't have body cams out in Kenona. Well, I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. They are getting them. They're on it, but and then I guess there was a ton of complaints that were filed that were not legitimate complaints. So it was more of him using the complaint system to do harassment. That's kind of one of the main reasons I don't want to do a lot of complaints, because I feel like they can try to use that and call it harassment and then try to do that. And I'm scared because the precedents that can start with these law enforcement agencies starting to file restraining orders against us that are filming. They did reassure me that he can use, city services. He can go down the sidewalk. He can go to the gas station. He can still film the police. He can still be on the sidewalks. He can still use all the city government stuff that's out there. That's not what this restraining order bans. The restraining order merely is for harassing behavior. Again, there's a problem with that, because how do you define harassing behavior? And it just starts if Eric is awesome. If you're in touch with Eric is very passionate about what he does. I love watching Eric rant. I've talked to him on the phone a couple times. He's a pretty cool guy. Very passionate about what he does, and heart's in the right reason, or right place. But yeah, anyway, so, but no defense. It's a tough call. It's a really tough call when you're dealing with these things. How do you handle it? Snowblower's working. That's the best. As long as you have the snowblower working. But that's what I'm gonna go to do right now, is the snowblow and salt. So Eric is a great resource. A lot of different people out there are great resources. So that's how I caught freedom to film, is through Eric Brandt's channel. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you. Yes, Eric put it out there, and he got on Street Tour and showed where you were at. Freedom to Film. He did. He does a lot of behind the scenes work. He really is in it for the right reasons. He might be passionate. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, especially with the singing telegrams, or the language he uses. But that's why we're all independent. He's passionate. He has the right to do it, and that's the main thing. He has the right to do it, and the officers swore an oath to uphold those rights. Just like when Rowdy and Capital and I go out, we all have different approaches on how we do things. Not everyone might not like the way I handle things, and everyone might not like the way Rowdy handles or Capital handles. But we're always growing and learning. NC Tyrant Hunter. Yep, that's, I think, where Eric was getting it from. But that's the thing, we all need to work together and leave the drama. That's one thing I try to tell everyone that's in this, is leave your drama, personal drama. Don't air out that on here. It just makes you as an individual and your channel look bad and discredits you. I mean, that's my opinion on it. I think we all should be supporting each other, because God knows we sometimes have to defend ourselves against the government, and there's way more government than one individual. So if we all stand together, we can at least stand. And that's my theory on it. And I will support anyone as long as they're in the right. And I will try to have your back as long as I can. And that's the whole point of what we're doing. I think we all should be doing that for each other, regardless if we personally like the person or their style or not. Right is right, wrong is wrong. So, heading out to one of my snow jobs. Looks like we got a bunch of videos rolling out. I'm getting notifications. So, I appreciate all your guys' support. I appreciate everyone's help. Yes, accountability is accountability, and that goes for both sides. On our side is auditors, and their side is government. So, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everyone. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have the support from my viewers and audience. We got a bunch of people out here ice fishing on the lake to the right. Let's see if I can get a decent it's kind of hard to see through the fence, but off to the right you'll see a bunch of portable ice fishing tents out here. So those are people out on the lake. So everyone not from the area where you go ice fishing, it blows people's minds when you talk about going out on the ice. And probably in another few weeks with the cold weather, people will be driving out on the ice. Yep, and I did slide through that intersection. And that's the thing. We all say things out of anger and upset, and we all, and that's one thing I've worked with another auditor. Don't say things out of anger. Take a breath, calm down, and handle it on the personal side. Don't air it out there. But here's the other thing. I've learned early on in life, you never want to burn bridges, and I'm always willing to re-heal bridges that have been burnt and give people chances. Here we go. Here is Minnesota right here. See the people there with the little sleds and stuff? They've got all their ice fishing stuff, heaters, propane. So this is true Minnesota. This is what we do for fun. Peanut 401, very wise statement. Well, thank you. I wish I would have learned that when I was young, and I think we've learned things the hard way. I'll say it that way, and wish we learned things a lot sooner. So, let these guys get around. But yeah, this is ice fishing in Minnesota, so I agree. It is about the common goal, and we all have different ways to do it. Thank you, Peanut 411. Make you a mod too. We'll just mod day everyone in here. I guess they're done ice fishing, but you guys kind of see what we do for fun here in Minnesota. And I don't want to say it, the Cove AIDS, it's definitely spacing, and you can't get it. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Definitely shoot me some emails, leave me messages on the video. If I get every single one of those faster than I get emails, but if it's private, shoot the email. Got some people down there shoveling off for an ice skating rink off to the right. And here's the thing, you might not be able to squash all your problems and differences, and all you can do is try for yourself. But the common goal is we're all trying to make it better. Hey, Joe Black, thanks for popping in. Alright, guys, well, I am losing signal and I am jumping out here. Much love for all you guys. Look forward to doing another one of these. We're supposed to get snow again here Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe, so I'll probably be out doing another live stream. Thank you again for all your support, and look forward to helping you guys out some more.